descent.
There are certain moments in my gaming past I'd love to experience again and again from a whole new and possibly different perspective. Anything to experience those shockingly exciting moments one more time, fresh and hopefully unspoiled. When I mention Subnautica, I bet it doesn't even sound like Game of the Year, and better yet, I bet some of you might have never heard of this game ever before, previously. Unless you're a hardcore survivalist, of course, like myself. Hi everyone, my name is Ruslan and welcome to my channel where I mainly focus on survival games. If you enjoyed this video, hit that fat juicy like button and also subscribe for further content like this. Anyways, let's get this going. A survival horror crafting game set almost entirely underwater where you with no doubt will spend countless hours exploring with irregular heartbeat, not knowing what the underwater world has in store for you. At first, the game was released on Steam on December 16th of 2014, then shortly after was produced on PS4 as well as Xbox One. This game from the get-go will capture your attention like no other game out there. From its very first moments in which your character straps himself into an escape pod of an abnormal spaceship only to emerge into an unknown planet that mainly consists of 95% of water. Still doesn't scare you? Don't let that first water scene fool you, because from that point on, you will become just another snack for a bigger fish, literally.
We shouldn't have gone so deep. Down there.
The game is doing a phenomenal job with pretty much throwing you in the world with hardly any explanation or instructions at all, but luckily you don't need to spend hours of trying to figure out how the crafting system works. I'm looking at you, Citadel Forge with Fire. Subnautica is actually fairly simple and easy to follow through. From the get-go, the game will force you to gather resources in order to repair your pod for communication purposes, which I will not go in detail because otherwise I'll just spoil the game for you, and that's something I'm not gonna do. Within the first 40 minutes of the gameplay, you will repair your pod and it will set you on your way to explore the depths of this cute and fucking terrifying world. The game will literally force you to explore and scan blueprints in order to craft bases, ships, guns, and other tools, which will help you with your survival overall. So if for one second you thought you could just take it easy and start building from the start, I hate to disappoint you, but that's not how it quite works in Subnautica. The more you explore, the more knowledge you gain, the more of a badass you become. Does that kind of make sense? Now, the game is still being worked on, fixed, and updated as we speak. However, it is not in beta. You will hardly ever experience bugs and bug glitches in between. The only thing I will say is when you use a fast-moving vehicle, the game does tend to render things a little slower than usual due to the world being so freaking massive. But other than that, playing this game on and off almost for 2 years, at this point I have never experienced bugs like being stuck between objects or simply having the game crash on you. Now, consider the fact that the game has been around for a long time. It is still getting updates to this day, so there's always something new to experience. As a matter of fact, development team of Subnautica just recently released a new patch for Steam community, which is pretty much like a whole different game if you ask me. It's pretty big, trust me folks. And it will eventually come out on consoles on December 31st of 2021. It's quite a while from now, but I think it's worth the wait, fellas. Now, the real question is Subnautica worth in 2021? And here's what I gotta say. If you like first-person single-player survival games, yes, absolutely. But I also understand the whole theory when people say single-player survival game isn't really a survival game. In my personal opinion, I think you can still have fun with the single-player game, regardless whether it supports the multiplayer aspect or just doesn't. But that's personally me. I mean, if the game has plenty of content and it keeps the player engaged, in which case Subnautica does emerges you with the things to do, why not give it a shot and just test it for yourself? Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. I tried to keep this video nice and simple. If you enjoy the content, definitely hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you on the other side. Peace.